Hey everyone, welcome back to PlaycrastiNation, population 390, and welcome back to the next episode, actually to the first episode of One-Off Wednesdays, the new series that I announced about a month ago that I haven't actually done a single one of until just now. What is One-Off Wednesdays, you guys may be wondering? Well, it's a series where every week on Wednesday I find a random indie game, Steam game, preferably free because I'm poor, that I can play very quickly, 10 minutes or less, something super fast. Maybe a little bit more highly edited, I have no idea. This game's supposed to be pretty short, so probably won't be for this one. And just play it. It's like, I'm not necessarily going to call it a review, though I will be giving my thoughts and opinions on it as we go. But mostly just like a different style of video for the channel. Anyway, this game is called The Flood. It is a short story by Andre. That's a cool way to spell Andre, I guess. And I can't pronounce the last name. Angelovic. Andre Angelovic. That just rolls off the tongue so nicely. And what this game is supposed to be is some sort of, not walking simulator, boating simulator, I don't know what you want to call it. Basically, the description said, you're this little boat, here I am, let's go ahead and start the experience. Am I in? I'm in. We're just this little boat right here, in the bottom right corner of the screen. It's supposed to be a very peaceful and serene experience, so I'm gonna lower my voice a little bit, maybe, you know, talk a little. I'm hoping they're not just lulling me into a false sense of security to really hit me with that jump scare that is inevitably gonna happen halfway through the video. Maybe it won't happen. Maybe it's literally just this slow and peaceful through the entire thing. Slow down. Oh my gosh, hold on. All right. Sorry, I got up to 3 miles an hour. Didn't realize I might have been going a little too fast. We'll try to keep things at a more leisurely pace. I wouldn't want to upset the all-knowing text being at the top of the screen. But basically, what this game, at least purported to be about, I'm like now really nervous that if I go too fast, they're gonna like really scream at me. It's not only the scenery you may miss by going too fast. Alright, let's take a look. We got some paper mache trees. I got a box. I'm worried if I sit here that lower pipe is going to put toxic sludge on me, so I am going to continue. Yeah, the listing for this thing, not only did I think the art style looked at least interesting for a free game, I liked I don't know, it's kind of like how it looked. And it also mentioned that this game is more, and you can, I mean, the tone is very heavy and such. You may also miss a sense of where you're going. Yeah, it's meant to be like a motivational. Don't tell me like this is the whole thing. Like once I get into that pipe, are we done? No, there's no way. There's a yellow door. A red barrel. I'm just trying to, you know, take a look at my surroundings and see what might be around us, just in case we want to do anything with them. And why. But it's supposed to be the theme of the game is, you know, if you go too fast through life, you're gonna miss the little moments. You're this little boat, theoretically, we may have just gone through the entire beginning and end of our lives, unless this is not the end. Is this the end? That was the end, huh? No, I'm coming out of the tube. No, we're not done. Okay. I was gonna say, it said 5-minute game experience. I've been playing for all the 35 seconds. But anyway, the theme of the game was like, you know, enjoy the journey. It's not just about the destination. All things flow naturally forward. Can't think of a single example of the human body that doesn't flow naturally forward. Salmon swim upstream. Are we gonna see any salmon in this stream? Also, I can't help but notice, I mean, maybe this is another, you know, point of the game is to show all the, you know, there's like, in whatever way they like. Alright, well, salmon like to go the other way. You've got this like natural juxtaposition between, like, you know, the natural world, natural juxtaposition, natural world. You got some trees, but then there's also like a ton of man-made stuff, like, you know, we got power lines going through all these pipes. This tree is actually fallen over because of the construction up here. Looks like someone was trying to build a small red house. You cannot change the flow of the river. You want to bet? I'm turning around. I'm turning this boat around. I'm inside of a tree. I'm gonna okay, you know what? The amount of time it would take to turn this boat around, I have now deemed not worth it. Am I on the boat, by the way? I assume I'm that little Curious George looking fellow sitting in the boat. You cannot change the flow of the river. Can I live in this sweet house? Dude, this looks like a freaking house in Fortnite. Where are we dropping, boys? You know, really the lesson in this game can be applied to any game, even Fortnite. But you can always adjust your direction. Alright, they want me to. They want me to turn around. I'm gonna try. Yeah, the same holds true in Fortnite. It's not about whether or not you get that win at the end. It's about how many miles you had to run just to get there and be shot in the end. This is, like I said, the slowest turning I've ever seen. Okay, it's actually not worth it. I've changed my mind. You can always adjust your, you're right, I adjusted my direction and then I decided it wasn't worth it. Just like in college. How do I want to spin this so it's not stripper based? There we go, major based. I picked up a minor in computer science. That was about the journey. The journey was the classes I took and the evil professors I endured. Not about the minor that would be stamped on my degree at the end. And you know what? As the river was flowing forward, I still had to go to class. It was continually flowing forward. But I did adjust my direction. And that direction was to drop that minor because, oh my gosh, I am not intelligent enough to handle that kind of stuff. But at least I was focusing on the journey rather than the end goal, although I hated the journey. Simply enjoy the journey. Thank you for undermining everything I just said. You know, maybe if I would have played this game 4 years ago in college, maybe I would have enjoyed the college experience. Is there any Easter eggs? Oh my god, a giant whistle! I'm kidding, it's a piece of piping sitting on a large rock. Also, sorry for screaming all of a sudden. I feel like I should keep the tone of this game a bit more, you know, serene. We have another house here. There's a seagull. Or perhaps yeah, I don't really know any other birds, but you know, it could be any of them. What's in front of me? There's a lunchbox floating down the river as well. And when you lose sight of your path, don't worry. No! The tube is blocked! Listen for the destination in your heart. So you're telling me I should ram the tube and I can get through anyway. Nope, cholesterol wins. Because sometimes when you lose your way, you may find yourself we win! That's right, I beat the game! That's right, not about the journey, I won! That's all that matters. Now, I really wish that pipe wouldn't have been blocked, so I could have gone a little bit further, but you know what? Doesn't matter. Add the W onto my resume. I'm gonna go ahead and put that on the resume. I have defeated the flood. No problem, it's a win. In all seriousness though. Thank you, Andre Anhalovic, for creating the flood. I had a wonderful little experience with it. I hope you guys had a good time on this first one-off Wednesday. Also, definitely, this is a small channel. Obviously, we have less than a lot of subscribers, but I really, when I started especially, and I kind of, you know what, this actually kind of the theme of this kind of fits into it. Initially, I had one goal, and since then I kind of focused on the end. The end being, 10 million subscribers, and I'm driving my 2016 Ford Focus, which is nicer than my current car, down to, Chick-fil-A, and I can order anything off the menu I want to. But maybe it's about the journey instead, not the end goal of where YouTube can take me. Which is not looking so, positive anymore. But the people I meet along the way and the things that I can do along the way. For example, when I started, I really wanted to do a lot as a small YouTube channel to give back to indie developers. So I used to play indie games all the time, and give shout-outs to the people who created them. So you know what, that's kind of what this series One-Off Wednesday is meant to do, because often those games that are free that I can actually afford are going to be from indie developers. So please go give Andre Anhalovic some support, leave some positive reviews if you enjoyed it. Don't lie, but if you enjoyed it, leave some positive reviews on his game and let him know about it. And maybe find his social media, maybe tweet him something nice. That's what this is all about. The flow of things. I love that this is a great song and it fits thematically with the game we just played. So Josef Sariski, go give him some support as well. He might be actually like a huge composer. I have no idea. That's for you to determine. But anyway, I encourage you guys to, you know, put your life frame. And I should be a motivational speaker. Please put your life frame in another perspective. Don't just focus on the end. If you're like me and you were in college and you hate everything you're doing, you might be right to do so because you might have an evil professor named Dare Homa. But maybe you're also just a negative Nancy that complains about everything. You ever think about that, Josh? I'm talking to myself in the third person. But the goal is to overcome that and become a better person at the end. So if you could take one thing away from this little game we just played for 5 minutes, it's that pollution is bad. Pick up your dang wood, people. What the heck you doing just throwing this into a river? You can use this box for so many things. Turn this into you get enough wood, you can make a pickaxe. Minecraft taught us. Come on, dude. That's the #1 goal. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. If you guys did enjoy, make sure you subscribe to become a citizen of PlaycrastiNation today. And if you know anyone that you think would be a great Playcrastinator, go ahead and send them a by because we'd love to have them. But with that, thank you guys so much for watching the first installment of One Off Wednesday. If you guys have any suggestions for other One Off Wednesday games I should play that are cheap and free and maybe tell a good story or have a really unique style of combat, or maybe it could be anything. The point is that they're short, sweet, to the point, and fun. If you guys have any sort of suggestions, please let me know and I'll do my best to play them. But with that, I'll see you guys next Wednesday for the next episode of One Off Wednesdays.